Oh my god. Oh my god, we're live. Okay. Okay. So here we are. The date is whatever the date is. It is Tuesday, May 28th of 2023, and I am doing a reaction to Station Square Stories. I don't know how much I'm going to get through tonight, but I just kind of wanted to go through it and do it in a way that was better than the way I tried to do it a bit ago. The way I tried to do it a bit ago was like impossible for me to pause or edit anything, but now I have the ability to pause and edit. I'm just using my Switch and I'm capturing that shit. Um, Also, apologies because I really didn't plan this out. It's kind of a spur of the moment idea to do this again. But yes. So we're watching Stay Square Stories from the beginning. And I will be offering little bits of information. We'll see how much I get through. Um, but yeah, so we're starting with episode 1, Monkey Madness, and I just realized that if you go to the first frame, you can see like the text I used at the beginning of the first episode. Like it's literally just stock text that says like Station Square Stories episode 1, Monkey Madness. It's like blue text on a black background. And it's just, I hated it so much that when I edited this for the series upload, or what was the series upload before I came back for episode 16 and onwards, uh, I edited it out. That's like the only thing I edited out of the episodes. I don't think any of the other episodes had like end cards I needed to edit out either. Nothing was really altered about them. But yeah, I get to go through and talk to you I'll talk you through this series from my stupid perspective. So this opening scene is something that is somewhat humorous to me now, especially because now I've had someone recently in my life the shit on me pretty hard about this opening scene with Knuckles talking about the tentacles, and now I can say confidently I wrote this when I was 15 years old. I'm 20 years old now. Um, so I guess what I thought was funny then is not exactly how I would write now. Going back and watching some of the humor in this is not something I would even attempt to pull off now. A lot of what I would do now is like, not like, it's not like in I don't know. I feel like Knuckles and Tails' dynamic is supposed to be like the comic relief for this show, if it has any whatsoever. And I've kind of just like stripped that all away recently because I feel like it's just like so unfunny at times. But let's watch this opening scene. Okay, let's do it.
You know what, Tails? Sometimes I think you're the only one who understands me.
Yeah, sure, totally.
I'm so happy I can tell someone about my obsession with tentacles.
Wait, what was that?
Come on! Weren't you listening?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, sure. The tentacles, yeah.
Hey guys!
So one thing that creeps me out about watching old Station Square Stories is just like looking at my room in the background compared to what it is now. Now I have like stuff on every wall. Look at how barren my walls are in the background of this. That New Year's Day poster is now like above my bed. I love that poster. It came with like the Malevolence vinyl, and that's also something that has stayed consistent throughout the show. Is like little background images and records. Like you can see the Pierce the Veil album collide with the sky behind Tails. Uh, and yeah, stuff like that is kind of weirds me out watching this again now, because like I don't really have recollection. If you looked very closely in the background, you can see like photos of me doing karate, which was never something I really like actually cared about. It was something kind of is not something like I would put on my wall now. Back then maybe, but Definitely not now.
What are you talking about?
Also, having Knuckles read a Sonic comic is like way too meta and like weird and not something I would do now.
You don't want to know. It's really disturbing.
Hey, are you just gonna crap on me after I spilled my life story
God,
out to
the
you?
quality on this.
Hey, let's not
Watching
get
this on a
hostile.
TV makes it
I
even
just
worse.
shot all the Chaos Emeralds into space. Now, no one will be able to take advantage of them.
How did you manage to do that?
I met up with Silver, and he used his telekinesis to shoot all 7 Chaos Emeralds into the sky.
Did you send them in a specific direction?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another issue I've had, kind of keeping continuity going straight. So technically, what is canonical to Stage Square Stories is this takes place after the events of Sonic Adventure 2. So after Sonic Adventure 2, I guess they still have all the emeralds. Honestly, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about that game, I don't know if they like have the emeralds, because I know Shadow falls to his death, and that comes back in the later episode because Shadow's not dead. Because like, and that's another reason why when I started this show, that the Sonic Heroes theme was like the opening for a bit. It's because Sonic Heroes is the game that takes place after Adventure 2. I kinda, but just like kinda a little bit. It's not like super on the nose because, but it does connect because the whole point in that game is like, is Shadow a robot or not? And like the events of Shadow. Okay, so I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but so Silver is acquainted with the characters off screen, and yeah, he uses his telekinesis to throw them into outer space. I don't even know if he would have the ability to do that in general, but I also want to make sure I'm watching this at the. Oh right, because I can only export this one at 720p for some reason, and get it to save. So honestly, I should be watching it from the playlist because those would be, at least the later episodes would be at higher quality. But I'm too lazy, and I need to shut the fuck up because we were only a minute and 12 seconds into this.
Yeah, we sent them towards the sun. Hopefully they get absorbed.
Well, I guess that means Supersonic is no more.
Wait. That means no chaos energy exists anymore. Wait. That means some of my machines won't work anymore. Sonic, could I have not converted them to some of my energy drives?
It would have been too risky, Tails. Can't you just build some other thingamajig that can make energy?
I guess
My
I
voice
could.
acting performance in this is
Come on, Tails.
abysmal.
Let's go for hot dogs.
Just
I'll pay.
awful. Compared to what I do now,
Yeah,
it is
let's
awful.
go.
Hey, boss. The battle data is being downloaded into the robot.
So Storm being Eggman's crony, I don't know where that came from really, except for that I had a Storm plush and I couldn't just have Eggman talk to himself in every scene. So then Storm became kind of the Knuckles, kind of became what Knuckles is to Sonic in Eggman's world. I feel like, because, and that also kind of parallels with the Sonic Riders games where it's kind of like, you know, they're the heavies of their respective groups. So I felt like that kind of made sense. And then obviously he'll have a connection to Wave coming up. And that leads up to today with, you know, Jet and shit. So let's keep going.
Yes. Do you want me to send him out yet?
No, not until early in the morning, when everyone is asleep. They'll never see it coming.
That's a good idea, boss.
Why, thank you, Storm. I am quite a genius.
I'm going to bed, boss. See you in the morning.
Good night, Storm. Tomorrow Station Square will be mine.
Generic crowd panic sound effect.
What was that? Whatever it was, it didn't sound good.
Come on, let's go check it out.
So, this is brain blasting me all over this place. If you look on the other side of that yellow Toad plush, there's like an ancient PC, like a old ass PC, it was my grandmother's PC. It probably was from like 2006, and I had it. I used it until I got the laptop that I've been using for years now, because it's that I'm actually streaming this off of. But yeah, that PC was awful, but it allowed me to work a little bit. And the first 5 episodes of these were all edited on KineMaster on my phone, and it was a cracked version of KineMaster 2 without the watermark. But that's not important. I saw that. Some illegal activities in the making of Stage Square Stories. But yeah, that's one of my giant monkey plushes. I just have a whole bunch of monkey plushes or stuffed animals from like my childhood. Like, I have like probably just as many of those as I do Mario plushes. They're all under my bed. I have a few really big ones that like are like my main ones. That one is his name is Bill. That's Bill. And then there's Sam, and then there's Edgar. I don't think I've used Sam as like an antagonist at all, but Edgar is Project K later. Bill is this first one in this first episode. Yeah, I've had them both for years, and the funny thing about Bill is I feel like over time he's shrunk, and he's a lot smaller now than even he was in this video, because he just has kept losing fur. He's got that big hole in his side, so it's a whole ordeal. It's really bothering me now that that the Art of Splatoon book is used in the scene when it was also used in Sonic's house set this episode. The fact that it's used twice bothers me. Sorry.
This is bananas.
That wasn't that funny.
Shut up and help me take down this giant monkey.
Was giant monkey supposed to be an insult?
No.
Oh shit.
You know
now
what, Tails?
I gotta shit. So the whole is giant monkey supposed to be an insult thing? That is a Stash Bros reference. Where someone calls Donkey Kong a giant ape or something, and he was like, was that supposed to be an insult? You literally just described what he is. So that's what that's in reference to. Stash Bros is probably my favorite plush YouTuber of all time. But probably and then also the other big influence was Sonic Stop Motion Adventures, which is a different medium, but still very influential on this show, obviously. Probably the most influential, to be honest. This fight scene is probably what I'm most proud of out of this episode. Except for that cut. That cut right there is awful and looks terrible. Like, I love this shot where like Knuckles gets thrown into Tails and like his head bounces and his legs still in the air. I think that was cool. My old backpack in the background from when I was in high school. I think I made this my freshman year, and then I quit doing it, and then I started doing it, and then I quit doing it, and then I started doing it, and then I quit doing it, and then I started doing it again. I've quit this show 3 times. No, I've quit it twice and come back twice, so. I never noticed that. If you go, let's see if I can find it. So on the right there, you see that Genesis, that thing that's the Sega Genesis. So what that was that was my homemade tripod at the time. So what it was it was the bottom of like a little portable Sega Genesis with a whole bunch of preloaded games on it that I only ever play the Sonic games on. But what I did was at the corner of the box, you can see I just took some scissors and I cut it out in like enough for my phone to slide in, so I could use that as a tripod. I've never noticed that was in that shot, the shot until just now. But that's kind of cool that you can see that. And there's that ancient PC behind it, and then a whole bunch of CDs that kind of whenever I opened Yoshi's food stand, I tried to keep the ones by his food stand consistent, but I kept the ones against my dresser in the background different. I tried to change those up from episode to episode.
Suck on those bananas.
You really shouldn't start with the one-liner thing.
Okay, so I also started like the pitch shifting thing from episode 1, which is the main reason it's still around today. To be fair, I need the pitch shifting now because I have so many characters that just to do different voices, pitch shifting allows me to make characters sound distinct. But yeah, Knuckles is down 2 semitones and Tails is up 2 semitones. Most of the female characters are up 2 semitones, even though I am a female myself, which is funny. And then, who else is down? Bowser now is down. Metal Sonic and Gamma now we're down. Metal Sonic's down 10. Gamma is down 8. Knuckles is down 2. Bowser's down 2. And then, Kamek is up 2, and then all the girls are up 2. And some characters share voices, but then because they're pitch shifted, they sound different. Like my Tails voice and my Charmy voice are basically the same, but Tails sounds different because he's pitch shifted. Anyway, that's just my brief rant on that.
Who do you think could be behind all of this?
Eggman.
Confusion.
So episode 2 opens with this cool Inkopolis news thing. I was kind of cool. This was cool because I am a huge Splatoon fan. Not as much now. Back between 2016 to 2021, maybe I want to say, is like my Splatoon fandom was at its peak. That's like the only game I played for like that entire like 5-year span. I played it pretty hardcore. So to incorporate the news intro from Splatoon 1, which I have the most nostalgia for Splatoon 1. I think Splatoon 2 is good, and then Splatoon 3 has kind of lost me a little bit, but this isn't about Splatoon. But yeah, I thought it was cool to do the Inkopolis news. Now, in my world building, and I know I'm just kind of ranting. I know I've probably been streaming for a while, but I feel like just getting it all out there. Canonically now, the Mushroom Kingdom is on the opposite side of the planet that Station Square Stories and like I guess where the Sonic games up to Sonic SA, at least SA 1 and 2 take place, is on the other. And then the resources on the Mushroom Kingdom side got destroyed, sending all the Mario characters to the other side of the planet. Hence why you see like Yoshi's in the background. And I feel like you could make the argument, the reason that like the Splatoon characters are here, and like I know Link is a sheriff and he's like the only Zelda character I have, but they came from their parts of the planet due to from resource sucking that is yet to be explored in any meaningful way, but I kind of want to get there at some point.
Continues after a giant monkey robot randomly attacks downtown Station Square. Yesterday, the robot
This is
was
a kind
apparently
master,
made
I
by
believe,
the same
like
idiot who blew up the
just
moon.
like
That was
overlay.
7 years ago, and apparently the same blue hedgehog. I believe his name was Sonic.
and two of his allies used their tenacity and skill to defeat the robot. No one was injured, but the damages will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. What kind of terrors could the fat idiot have in store? Only the fat moron knows.
Hey, Storm. Sup, boss?
The mirror in the
Do
background
you
gives the scene
value
dimension.
your life? Yes. Why? Because I could strangle you for not making the robot good enough to kill Sonic. Hey, I did my best. Well, you should have tried harder. We're getting nowhere arguing. Why don't I pull out Plan B? Yes, that's the greatest idea you've had since I hired you. Okay, I'll call her right now. Hey, idiots, we're meeting Silver for breakfast at the Pile Driver Cafe in 20 minutes. Get ready.
I'm smarter than you.
And I'm not an idiot.
Questionable.
I really hope you choke on your breakfast.
I sense tension among you two.
No, my muscles are pretty loose.
You are hopeless.
So, what do I get out of this agreement?
10,000 rings. And access to all of my labs.
Okay, that's something that I've never followed up on in like any way. The fact that he has multiple labs apparently, which it's never come up. He's only used the one base the whole time. And you know, in what I consider season 2 now, I consider episodes 1 through 5 season 1, episodes 6 through 15 season 2, and now I'm on season 3. In season 2, it is a bit of a plot hole that Sonic never just thinks to go back to the same base that Eggman's at now. In this first series, he just never even thinks as a possibility that he would go back there, because Eggman literally explains it away as you ever play hide and seek, never hide in the same place twice. No one ever does that. So, and now in this third arc I'm in, I do explain it because they do go to check on it, and it is covered up by the whole political thing going on.
Fine, but I can't promise I'll bring him to you alive.
You now know your mission. Bring him to me.
I won't disappoint you.
Well, it's nice you could join us for breakfast, Silver.
Yeah, I guess it is.
You sound kind of nervous. Is there a problem?
No. I'm just a bit fatigued.
So, Silver, have you been sparring lately?
Yeah, I have been working out with my regular friend. Yeah, we work out quite a bit.
Who would that be?
She kind of owns the gym. Her name is Blaze the cat.
Tell me more.
Shut up, Knuckles. Sonic, look who our waitress is.
Oh no.
Oh, hey guys, can I set you off with something to drink?
You already know all of our regular orders. Why do you even bother asking anymore?
So I can spend more time with Sonic.
Great.
So, yeah, I don't approve of me making Amy like that typical stalkery girl, gross kind of thing. I would have made her more of like a character, which I do give Blaze respect. because female characters are very hit and miss in these kind of shows. So I feel like I could have done Amy some justice. Also, the Pile Driver Cafe, Pile Driver being a wrestling move. I am a big wrestling fan. Not as much now as I was back then. I'm just like I would say I'm a casual wrestling fan now. I do watch it from time to time, but yeah, I used to make pig feds, which was like kind of like stop motion, but not. And so I used to have like a setup with like all my figures and stuff. I still have all my figures and stuff. I think I might have used figures for like two scenes, like background characters. But yeah, so that's why I have all the memorabilia and able to make this set work. This is in my closet, my walk-in closet, and what they're eating off of that is like a Crosley Cruiser record player, which I don't have anymore. Now I have like a actual quality record player. Yeah, the sound quality on that was awful. But yeah, that's all the lore I feel like I need to explain now. So let's keep going.
Come on, baby. Just
Okay, this is not something I would do now. This story, it's a very political kind of thing that I did in this episode, which is weird, very weird. Um, uh, I don't think I pull it off, and I don't think I mean, it's weird because in a lot of ways it's like a weird like sexual assault kind of story I'm trying to tell, like a it's very progressive, I guess, but the same way I don't think like I mean I do think beating the crap out of people who essay is very necessary and very okay, but the fact that I thought I could pull it off in like a Sonic Plus show is kind of hilarious.
drink it. I swear I won't take advantage of you while you're drunk. Back off, you donut-scented twat. Come on. You know you want it, and you know you want me to give it to you. You know I'm 16, right?
That's disgusting. Okay, so definitely wouldn't do this now under any circumstances.
Age doesn't matter. It's a figment of everyone's imagination. I just don't want to, you creep. Amy, why don't you go back to the kitchen? Things might get a bit real.
You got it.
Hey, blue guy, why don't you back off? Screw off,
White
SJW.
What if we don't?
But in the same way, I think that actually like, this is necessary. That if you see something like this going on, so
No.
in a way, I think it works, but in a way, it
Well,
doesn't
then it's
for me.
on,
So
douchebags.
Oh no.
I was thinking it's funny that they just start beating the crap out of like the one guy's doing it.
Do you
They crap
regret
out of
your
his friends
decision
before they
now?
beat him.
You just made a terrible mistake. Allies, morph.
Just a white fade into a white fade. So yeah, you got Cat Blue Toad from the World of Nintendo line. You got classic Tomy, Supersonic, and then you got Tomy Boom Sonic as their morph, which is funny. I think I used them because I knew these would not be plushes like I would use as background characters. So having them be like morphed, and maybe these these characters are kind of special. And the fact that they're like one of the only one-off like antagonists that have no connection to Eggman or like anything like that. So they're kind of unique in that way because I don't do that again. I don't think because like every other enemy I feel like is connected to Eggman in some way, and I feel like I was trying to mimic, Sonic stop motion adventures in that way. They had like the Babylon rogues as like side characters. Jet and Storm. I had that one episode where they fought Knuckles and the Chaotix. So I think I was kind of trying to channel something like that here. And then we're gonna have a fight scene.
That's odd.
Well, I guess it's time to wreck crap up.
Also, I hate how useless Silver is in this scene, as he gets taken out with one throw.
I hope you enjoyed living. I hope you enjoyed freedom.
I hate this cut coming up too, where it's the same shot, but they are just. I guess the shot does change a little bit, but like there's no indication that Knuckles should be on top of him yet. That's a cool shot. I like that one.
Prepare for darkness. You better prepare for an ass kicking.
There's no conviction when you say gotta be prepared for an ass kicking.
Amy, call the police. We're done here.
Come on, Silver.
that trap
Let's
out
get
again
you
in
to
the
a
background.
hospital.
2 battles in 2 days. Can we ever catch a break?
Thanks for saving me. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
Nope. It's just all part of a good day's work. Knuckles, how often do you play this game?
It's the only game I play anymore.
Knuckles. You're a loser.
Knuckles, maybe you should try something a little more social. Like, maybe you should try, I don't know, maybe like something like a girlfriend or something a bit less, overly nerdy and stupid.
I don't think you guys know how desirable it is to be the best Smash player in Station Square.
Yeah, 'cause that's what the girls are into these days.
That old iPod Touch.
I got it. Hello?
I bet he planned this so he didn't have to get his butt whipped even more.
Who was it?
It was Shadow.
So yes, shadows never leave. Okay. Problems I have with this episode now. Okay, Shadow dies, or is believed to die at the end of SA2, and I don't even remember. I guess we'll find out together where Shadow has been this whole time, or maybe I don't explain it at all. That is also a possibility. Now, another thing that's going to come up, which is Shadow is living in episode 3. He is living literal inches from Eggman's base where it is now. In fact, in a recent episode where Ludwig is confronted by Sonic, Tails, and Rouge, the split up episode where they do the Metal Maniac mystery thing, is the same door that Shadow's going to come out. So I think canonically, like, I'm going to explain it as the creator now, I would say that like where Shadow is living is down the same flight of, I guess, stairs towards Eggman's base, but he's living in a different sector of that underground area. But that underground area, you know, is now being controlled entirely by Ludwig and Bowser and Eggman now. Now they have like total control over it. And it's just a complete coincidence. Uh, Now that that door is owned by Ludwig and his campaign team. Oh my god.
I
Also, did I mention how ludicrous it is that the Shadow just has Sonic's number? How? Who? What? Plot? Just like what?
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
A plus
Didn't
acting.
he die after you beat the Bio Lizard on the Space Colony Ark?
Casual
He
name
told me
drops.
his location. He said it was urgent. We need to get going.
Okay. Okay. I know I base it off of Sonic Adventure 2 because that was like my favorite Sonic game at the time, and it still is one of my favorite Sonic games. Probably not as much as like Sonic Colors now, but like what I'm sorry. Sonic and Shadow, even I feel like at the end of Sonic Adventure 2 weren't like friends. Like I feel like they had an understanding and understood they had to beat the Biolizard to save the world kind of thing, but like I feel like they weren't friends. I don't know. Also, I would like to talk about the color correction on the season 1 episodes and how horrendously oversaturated everything is. I don't know why. I think I thought it was a cool production thing. I just would take the slider and max it out. Now I think it looks really bad. I mean, it's stylized. I think it's kind of cool that it's stylized, but that stylization doesn't start till episode 2 and only lasts through till episode 5. So it's like a 4 episode run of everything being saturated to all shit.
Storm, any reports from our agent?
No, but I'm sure she's doing fine. She's the most determined person I know. She won't let you down. You can count on her.
You seem pretty confident. Your confidence reassures me.
Really?
Of course not. You're just spewing nonsense in my eyes.
Oh, well, okay then. I guess I'll go work on another robot or something, I guess.
Yes. Know your role, peasant.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go drink a soda. For some reason.
I don't get it either.
I can't believe Shadow hasn't tried to contact us sooner.
You guys weren't. Okay.
Is this the place?
I actually
I'm
just had
pretty
it in my
sure
head
this
they
was
were
the address.
besties.
I've been expecting you.
Okay, that line delivery is weird because that's the only line in the first season, and I think basically the entire show that has been dubbed, basically, or like it's been me moving the plush, and then me editing it later to have the voice clip. And obviously I had to do that for this scene. Obviously now I think I could have thought of a more creative solution to that and have the audio stay consistent. But I don't know. Just a weird quirk. Yoshi Sweet Stand. I don't have that Yoshi plush anymore. One of my friends took it. And now I have Fat Yoshi. And I want it back. Give it back, please. Because that Yoshi was like... That's a nice fucking Yoshi plush. That's the fucking Super Mario All-Stars plush. And they just fucking took it. I should just buy a new one, to be fair. At the same time, it's like, I have fucking... It just kind of pisses me off now, obviously. Sorry for all of those F-bombs. I Okay, so the OK I'm Sick vinyl by Bad Flower and the Idol's Joys and Active Resistance CD that has been consistent on the frickin' Yoshi's Food Stand set from the beginning, and I'm gonna keep it that way until there's no food stand or the series ends. Also, Yoshi is ordained canonically. I saw that PC.
I'll have one hot dog, please. No problem. Coming right up.
Wave
One
grabbed
hot
that
dog.
boy.
Wait. What a jerk.
So, what happened after the final battle with...
This scene sucks. Possibly the worst scene in the show. The freaking one of the things in the basement was going ham. I don't know if it was the furnace or the fucking the furnace or like one of the like the water heater or something. It's going off, and you can hear it throughout this entire scene. Makes it very unwatchable.
the Bio Lizard?
Yeah, we thought you fell to your inevitable death.
Well, I don't have any memory of after the Bio Lizard fight.
When did you wake up?
Sonic, remember when you shot all 7 Chaos Emeralds into space? Yeah. When I woke up, I was surrounded by the Chaos Emeralds, and it's like they were talking to me.
What did they say?
Okay, so so in my universe, Shadow didn't fall back to Earth. He was just floating about, and when Silver threw him into space, the freaking emeralds started talking to him. I don't know what I was fucking smoking when writing this, but now I would have I probably wouldn't have said I wouldn't. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have been how I wrote this.
That's the thing. I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Then what?
The blue emeralds sucked the power out of the other 6, making it...
Now, in this show, there is one emerald until recently. There's one emerald. It's the Frantic Emerald. Frantic, I don't know why. It's just a cool word. And then I had it talk to Shadow to tell it what it was. And it just, there's so much going on. And it's hard for me to keep up with it, but it's cool.
the only one with power. So the blue emerald has the power of all 7 combined? We can assume so.
What happened to the other 6 emeralds?
They disintegrated in front of me. Then the blue emerald spoke, and I could understand it clearly.
What did it say?
It said to call it the Frantic Emerald, and if it gets in the wrong hands, bad things will happen. Eggman. Then it went hurtling back to Earth. I woke up in the snow, near the ice cap, and I just...
Yeah, so we woke up in Ice Cap from Sonic Adventure 1, so cool.
that the emerald is nearby. So my mission is to find
So
it.
it fell back to
and
Earth and just conveniently landed in Station Square.
This is a lot to take in.
Shadow, do you really want to stay in this hellhole? You could come live with us. We've got plenty of room.
That won't be necessary. This place, it speaks to me. Alright, it's great to...
So even back then, I knew this scene was abhorrently awful and like the noise was too bad. And even now, like I have to, when I shoot Eggman scenes, because Eggman scenes are like very close to this area of the house, I have to make sure that it's quiet. And 90% of the time it is, but like I just for some reason picked when to film like at the weirdest time.
have you back, Shadow. It's great to be back. Don't you move now, sweet cheeks.
Okay, this last scene isn't color corrected. Episode 4.
Storm, or the robot.
Okay, so episode's titles up to this point were not well thought through. I think this episode title is really cool because the episode's called Twisted Bliss, and Twisted Bliss was the finisher of Alexa Bliss, who's a wrestler who I have a plush of. Blissbot, as she's known in the show, and then Baylor Bob, who is a Finn Balor plush, and they're used in this episode as the main antagonist, and Eggman surrogates or whatever. So I thought the episode Shadows Never Leave was kind of clever. I think A Good Day's Work was just kind of cringe. And Monkey Madness is a bit too on the nose, but I think this is the first good episode title.
What's ready to be sent out? Almost. But these are the most durable robots we've ever created. Fantastic!
They are the most durable robots I've ever
We'll
created.
release them tomorrow.
They always do these weird things where like they say they're gonna do tomorrow. Yep, there's a crit angle here, so I use it.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a blue emerald?
Sorry, I can't help you there.
Oh, that's quite alright. Sorry for bothering you.
Man, there are tons of freaks in this town.
Damn.
Where's Sonic?
I'm telling you, I don't know.
Well then, this might not end well for you.
You know, I haven't even known Sonic all that long. I don't even know his address. I don't know what you want from me.
How can I be sure you're not lying to me?
I haven't seen him since the day I got out of the hospital. That wasn't that long ago, but I still don't know where he is.
I see. Well, unfortunately, I just can't let you go now. I'll see you soon, hun.
Also, it's a bit too obvious now that this is like the same place that the File Driver Cafe stuff was filmed because there's wrestling stuff. It's like just barely to the left. Green Hill Zone.
Have either of you two heard from Silver lately?
No.
I haven't. Why?
I don't know, he just really hasn't been responding to any of my text messages lately.
He's probably just busy.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably just being paranoid. It's getting late. Let's hit the sack. Again?
Let's get going.
Sometimes I regret this choice in lifestyle.
I don't blame you.
Different crowd panic sound from the first one.
What's all the commotion?
Stand back.
Do you really think that's gonna work, you moron?
Yeah, I'm intimidating.
So now we know what we know now, knowing that what Bowser has done now, in the current timeline, that Goomba is the Goomba that still works for him, and he was just scouting, looking for sources of power for Bowser. So that's how you can explain away all the enemies in the background of every shot, which I think was kind of genius of me, and is the only thing I will take credit for being really good on. Now I kind of make a conceited effort not to use enemies as background characters. I kind of just use like Yoshis and like colored toads and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
What are you laughing at?
She hit him with a DDT. So good. This is the twist list off the guitar.
I know you're after the frantic emerald. Just like we are. I bet you know somehow.
Sending information to Dr. Arnold Robot.
Shadow? Damn.
So there's actually a robot filter, a voice filter on Kind Master, and I used to use that early on for these first 5 episodes, and then I switched to just down pitch shifting.
You may have won this battle, but you will not win the war.
Yeah, you better run.
Shut up, idiot.
What do we do now? I don't know about you, but I'm gonna keep looking for this frantic emerald. Now that Eggman knows it's out there, I just have to find it. I'll catch up with you later. This is the first time we've got 100% confirmation that it's Eggman though, so that's kind of good news.
Hey, have you heard from Silver yet?
No, not yet.
He said he went to that gym. Do you know where it is? Maybe we could check to see if he's been there.
I do know where the gym is. If he hasn't responded by tomorrow, then we'll head there. But until then, we have some well-deserved shut-eye.
Thank God. Now that we know the frantic emerald exists, we need to make tons of robots.
I'm on it.
Did you see which way he went?
Sorry, no.
Oh, that's no problem.
I think that's cool. The fact that she's talking to someone who's in the background, who is now working, who we now know is also working for Bowser. So maybe he did see where he went, but he didn't want to give away his like shit. You know, I don't know.
Finding this guy's gonna be a lot harder than I thought.
My magnum opus. A robot capable of tracking chaos energy.
It kind of looks like Sonic.
That's the point.
Oh.
You really are a moron, aren't you?
I prefer less educated than most.
Whatever. I need some monkey model robots ASAP. I feel like we're going to need them soon.
I'll get on it.
You two's mission is the same as before. Track down and kill Sonic.
Yes, Doctor.
And your job is to find me the frantic emerald.
Yes, Doctor.
Soon, Station Square will be mine. Ha 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 ha.
how oversaturated
This is the gym Silver told me about.
I don't need gyms. I'm naturally beefy.
More like pudgy.
Hey, look!
I guess we're not the only ones who noticed he went missing.
Let's head inside.
Hey, Tails, look at that babe behind the counter.
Don't be silly, Knuckles. She's average looking at best.
Damn.
Hey, but do you happen to know a Silver the Hedgehog?
Yes, he was my training partner and boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
See, only average women would ever date Silver.
Jesus.
Do you know where he is?
No, we're trying to figure that out ourselves.
Did you know him?
Yeah, he was kind of the fourth wheel of our friendship.
The expression is usually the third wheel. You moron.
He stopped responding to me 2 days ago.
I saw him that morning.
Tails
He
is brutal.
disappeared shortly thereafter. Do you know where he went? He went to get a hot dog from
Some of these
Yoshi's
line
stand.
deliveries are so weird.
Maybe
You know
we
where
should
he
go
went?
check there for something or anything.
That's the only good idea you've ever had.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
Hey, can I come with you? I want to find Silver as well.
The more the merrier. Let's go.
Oh, it's my front yard. And it's
The
full of-
frantic emerald has to be around here somewhere. That had to be the frantic emerald. I have to follow that thing.
Hey, has anything weird happened at this establishment in the past 2 days? Only some douchebag who just bought a hot dog and then disappeared.
Can you describe him?
5 stupid spikes on his head facing up, 2 facing down, piss yellow eyes, and the most annoying voice you could ever imagine.
Just bury him.
Sounds like Silver.
Thanks for your help.
So, you're not even gonna order anything?
I think this is the only time I've ever used.
Hey, look what I found.
What is it? It's a GPS tracker.
So, I think that's the only time I've had. Maybe. I think that's like the only time I've had Blaze use her flame powers. I don't even think in the Grief in the Graveyard episode, I don't think she uses them in that either. So, and it was just like a pulsating PNG. It honestly doesn't look terrible that way, but I still use PNGs sometimes now, or I'll just green screen them.
If I do some work on my computer, I can find the coordinates to where the robot was manufactured. Well, let's do that.
Now I have you in my sights, Sonic.
Damn, my 2 new robots are offline. I will get my revenge, Sonic.
Master, I have retrieved the frantic emerald.
Seriously? That worked?
I mean, of course it worked. Storm!
So that was basically a complete ripoff of the one Station Square Stories episode where like fucking they infuse they Jet gets infused with the Chaos Emeralds. It's like silver. So the episode was Silver. I actually think the one episode says Sonic's Astonishing Adventures was Silver, and like he infuses him, and hence probably why I use a Chaos Infuser to infuse. The original plan is going to be to infuse Metal Sonic with the Chaos Emerald, but obviously Sonic's gonna prevent that from happening.
Yeah, boss? Stop building monkey egg ponds and start building me a Chaos Infuser as fast as you can. I can do that. Good, because if you don't, I will kill you. Now get to work. Okay, I will earn my mortality. My plan is starting to work.
Oh no, Shadow's here. Oh, there you can see a Bible in the background. That's funny.
How are you doing, sweetie?
I've been better.
I know where your friends are, and I'm planning on doing the hit today.
You won't do it that easily.
Watch me. And you will watch me, because you are going to help me.
What?
You'll see. Eventually.
I have less problems with this episode than I do with most of the other ones.
Thank God I finished this. Now I get to live.
Damn solid scene.
I don't know if you will get to live.
I'll have the coordinates soon.
What do you want to do to pass the time?
End your life.
I'd rather not.
Silver.
Yes. To ensure your full cooperation, I brought my insurance policy.
This is for kidnapping my boyfriend, you hag.
I'm supposed to use his wall climbing abilities unless they wanted to.
Hey, I have the coordinates. We can head there whenever. Are you okay?
Better than ever. Well, now there's only one thing to do. Go stop Eggman.
Also, I didn't point it out, but that GPS tracker that fell out of the robot that they used to determine the coordinates of Eggman's base was just a guitar tuner. I think that's funny.
I'm gonna cook Eggman into an omelet.
Knuckles, stop trying. Ha ha ha, the Chaos Infuser is done. Storm? Well, if it isn't Shadow, I thought you were dead. But, unfortunately, you're not. Nice to see you too. You cannot save Station Square. No one can. You'll pay for this.
So this is a little bit weird, cause I don't think they were enemies at the end of Sonic Adventure 2. Not really, cause at the end it kind of ends with understanding of like they came together to stop the Bio Lizard and the fucking space colony arc from crashing in and murdering everyone, even though Eggman said his goal was to kill everyone and it kind of made no sense. But Eggman kind of ended talking like the tales about stuff, and now all of a sudden he's like back to being evil, which I guess is not something I've explored, but I'm sure we could. I could figure out like a competent reason of why he decided to hate Sonic so much again, and go back to being like fully just like a bad guy.
Likely. Now, let me think of the best way to use this chaos infuser. We don't know what Eggman is packing, so stay strong.
Let's pound some ass.
Okay.
You really.
Let's pound some ass is not something you will ever hear again, and is not something I will say out of context either. It's weird. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's kind of funny.
really need to rephrase that. Together.
Yeah, together. Let's go.
Look, robots.
Let's do it.
That was anticlimactic.
You guys finally found me. Eggman, before you try and assassinate me,
I forgot that Sam shows up in this episode. So there's 3 giant monkeys that are the main ones. You got Bill, who's in episode 1, Sam, who will be in episode 5, and then Edgar, who will be Project K.
I want you to know that this robot's gonna end you. I won't let you win.
Sam goes down relatively easy.
Well, Eggman, looks like you failed. Metal, infuse yourself with the frantic emerald. No, you don't. Metal, get up.
Don't mind if I do.
This ending fight is very anticlimactic, and it's probably the worst part
What?
of this episode. Like,
No!
objectively watching it now. Metal
Why not?
he was not super for more than 30
Sonic,
seconds.
get me out of here. Shadow, I got you. Sonic, you did it. No, we did it.
Yeah, we did it.
I'll let you have this one.
Let's go back to my house. We'll celebrate.
That was a frantic 5 days.
Now, all we have to do is protect the frantic emerald. Thanks for accepting me.
So basically, it is... Oh shit. It is kind of implied that this takes place over 5 days, but I don't think that is necessarily possible. I think it is kind of like, because I think 2 days passes over
Sonic,
the course of Silver's
Get me
kidnapping.
out of here.
So
Shadow,
I guess
I got
maybe,
you.
but I tried to tie it all into
Sonic,
5 days. But
you
it kinda
did
doesn't
it.
make sense.
No, we did it.
Yeah,
Time is
We did it.
bullshit in shows.
I'll
Like, you
let
should
you
just
have
ignore
this
the
one.
characters talking about time,
Let's go back to my
'cause
house.
you can always find holes.
We'll celebrate.
Less so in more popular media, more so in shit like this. You should give the creators some doubt, especially if it's just one person.
That was a
like it is
frantic
me.
5 days.
Now, all we have to do is protect the frantic emerald. Thanks for accepting me into the group.
I mean, every group needs a hot girl.
Knuckles? Shut up. So now what? We do what we've always done. Protect Station Square.
My
If you look at this JPEG of...
head
Okay,
hurts.
I'll just let it play.
Stop complaining.
Both of you, shut up.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop there, and we can do season 2 in a separate stream. But yeah, if you look at that scene where like they're in the cell, like the final scene of episode 5, it's like a PNG just of like a cell over top of them. You can see like a watermark of because you know how like PNGs will be watermarks, so you have to pay for it. I guess I just didn't see it or didn't think it was that noticeable. You could definitely see like the watermark on top of it in the shot. It's kind of embarrassing. Uh, but you know, what else? What else do I want to say? I think it's cool. I think the show's cool. I think the first 5 episodes are pretty mixed in terms of quality. There's some things I like, some things I don't like. I think if I had to pick a favorite episode out of the first 4, I'd probably pick episode 5. I think it's the best overall episode. It has more stuff in it, so of course it's gonna be slightly better. But yeah, thank you for listening. If you make it, if you watch this, I think it's cool that you listen to me ramble for as long as I did about my stupid ass Sonic show. But yeah, that was season 1. Maybe in the future I'll talk to you guys about season 2. It's late. I want to go to bed. Uh, you guys stay healthy and beautiful, and remember, always, always, there's always someone who cares, whether you think so or not. There is. Someone gives a shit. Someone gives a shit.